Alrighty, let's dive into how a virtual assistant can be the unsung hero within your business, how they can help you earn more money, how they can free up your time and help you scale your fitness business quicker. So guys, I fell in love with virtual assistants a couple of years ago. So we actually had an issue. In one of my clubs, we had to generate 50 leads per week to be able to scale. So that one had over 520 members, and we're continually pushing forward with our face-to-face options and then also our online options. So what we actually did is started to run messenger ads to our business pages and Instagram accounts, where the VA would then message a person to get them booked in. And what actually happened is that VA started to get 10 consultations booked every single week. So what was good, and that was 10 that attended as well. So we're paying this VA $200 a week, and they're getting 10 consultations booked with your cost of ads and things like that. But their particular role was like $20 per consultation, not including the ad spend and things like that. And I was just like, wow, this is such an incredible way to grow and scale. Then we eventually got VAs to help with the admin side of things because our trainers just wanted to coach and get really amazing results. And it kind of led me down a pathway where I think in our business at the moment, we have about 17 virtual assistants who work for us, who do a whole range of different things. But I want to focus on you here today and what a virtual assistant can do for your business and whether it would potentially help. So first of all, in the payment side of things. So to get a full-time virtual assistant, which I recommend everyone do, full-time role gets full-time focus, right? Full-time role gets full-time focus. Just remember that. But the best three roles is firstly lead generation. Kind of as I was saying, they can do messaging off your accounts. They can do sales follow-ups. And the big KPI on that is how many consults did you get to attend every single week. I'm really big, guys, on having virtual assistants who specialize in one role because of the price that you pay for them. Having someone who's just specialized in lead generation, you'll be able to create someone like Mario, who within our business averages 25 sales consultations who book every single week. Right. So that in itself, like if you track the amount of revenue Mario helps bring us, it's about $700,000 a year. Right. And that's just one virtual assistant. He's very specialized in messaging. He's specialized in follow up, and he only wakes up knowing he's got one fucking job to do, which is get people to book in so you can grow your business. And that would be like the kind of the lead gen side of thing. They can do follow up via text and email and things like that, mainly via Messenger. Then you've got marketing assistants. Okay. So running paid ads is obviously a really good way to scale your business. So you're able to get virtual assistants who are really good at creating images, how to like edit your ads and things like that. As long as you can teach them a system that you have to scale, is you're actually buying a system. You're not getting a media buyer. You're not getting a consultant. This is for someone who already knows what they're doing, and you're trying to buy back time with a virtual assistant. They can also do all your posting. Okay. So our VAs will do all the posting in our stories. They'll send off our emails. They'll set up events, all these different types of things in marketing. And for our members in the inner circle, under the marketing section, we have the marketing plan, and your VAs are able to implement 95% of that marketing plan every single week. You just want to make sure that you teach them everything and you have really nice systems. And then you have like admin, executive assistant type EAs. So we've got a couple of these, but it kind of breaks down to helping reply to emails because, look, let's face it, there's some emails that do not deserve your attention when you own a business. People asking for, logins, people asking for basic stuff, suspensions, cancellations, all that kind of stuff. They can kind of help process, and whilst everything goes through to any relevant parties that need to know about it. They can also help with your cash collection. So they can do follow-ups via text and email if people don't pay on time. We have a basic system. It's a 3-step red flag. Step 1, email text. Step 2, email text. Step 3, if someone's not paying, it escalates to someone who will then call them. And then after 2 weeks, we essentially just cancel their membership. Nice and simple. But also an EA. So I have an amazing VA named Cleo. Now, Cleo is the glue that holds my life together, right? He's the one that makes sure I fill out my MyFitnessPal. He makes sure I've got my training in there. He makes sure I call my grandma every Monday. He makes sure that I call my family. He helps organize date nights. He helps organize when I'm away, like all their trips and events. He looks over my diary and understands when I'm a bit busy and helps me relax and like recharge on things. If I'm ever overstretched, Cleo will jump in and organize certain different tasks for me. And that's kind of like a role of an EA, which is a virtual assistant, is to make your life easier, right? And making business, guys, is already tough enough. Like it's already really, really tough. So if you can have these people around you that make your life easier, why would you not leverage that? You'd be kind of crazy not to, especially for the amount that you pay them. Now, our higher end VAs will earn, $400 to $500 to $600 AUD a week, just so you know. Because if you have a VA, they all start on $200 a week. But if you have someone that's so irreplaceable within your life, why would you just not pay them more so they don't fuck off and leave, right? So once you get that value in that 200, yes, pay them $250 a week, $300 a week, $400 a week. We have one of our older VAs who earned $1,000 AUD a week because he helped manage a business that generated $500,000 in income every single year. And he managed that whole thing and I only had to work on it half an hour a week. Now, how you do this really well, right? And a lot of people go wrong on this. So I want to make sure that you take notes. You might have to re-listen. But firstly, you have to identify the role, okay? And if the VA is actually replacing your personal time, so your time, the easiest way to do that is by following the lead formula. So list, eliminate, automate, delegate. So it starts with writing down over the next 7 days, what is every task that you need to do within your business? What's everything you do? You do, say me this morning, you did a podcast, I did a post, a reply to emails, whatever it is. Just list what you do for a week, right? And it's really, really eye-opening because once you have that list, you can look at, is there anything that you can just eliminate, like dumb stuff that you're doing? Like I did delete all YouTube off my phone and things like that, so I was just wasting time. But there's things that you can automate. There's things that you can just do without anyone else having to do, like by using systems like ACR and things like that, like automation. And then there's some that you can delegate, right? Lower value tasks that need to be done but are taking you away from the highest profiting tasks within your business. Once you've kind of got that list over a week, then you're able to decipher what exactly the VA needs to do. Now, when you're hiring a virtual assistant, guys, it's really, really important you work with a professional outfit. Now, you can go on onlinejobs.ph and put up ads. You'll get, between 100 and 300 applications depending on the role. But you don't know anything about VPN, about how quickly they type, about their English skills. You don't know how to reference like their backgrounds. There's a whole situation with hiring offshore, right? And it's not super expensive to work with someone and a professional to make sure you do this right? And that's the thing, like in hiring, it's like costs you so much money if you do it incorrectly. So being a fucking tight ass on hiring a virtual assistant and doing it the cheap way is the quickest way to failure. And what I recommend for a lot of my guys as well, so work with an agency. Just to be fully open and honest, we have an agency, it costs $1,500 to hire a VA, right? It's absolutely nothing. It's AUD as well. But then you want to work with a one-on-one coach. You want to get someone who has a lot of experience managing VAs, and I highly recommend working with them for a month, right? Making sure you have every system dialed in, making sure that you know how to pay them, making sure that you know how to communicate, how to set their goals, understand their why, because a lot of your virtual assistants are not actually working for them. They're working for their grandparents or their parents, or they're sending money back to villages. And you've got to understand that about how to communicate with VAs, about how to integrate your VA into your company culture, how to do bonuses with VAs, how to do their annual pay rises, and lots of different things. Because there's a difference between having a VA and having a fucking beast VA, right? You don't want a VA. No one wants a VA. Why would anyone want a VA? Or why would anyone want a staff member, right? It's just a fucking hassle. You want beasts. You want an absolutely savage virtual assistant, right? Who makes every other business owner fucking jealous that you've got them because they are truly dominant in their role. And this is something that you need to create through systems. Yes, your VAs will come with relatively background experience in other roles, but you're not hiring a consultant. You're hiring someone who you coach and mentor to be absolute beasts. If you want to go get like a mentor or a consultant or someone really high value, guys, go pay them $2K a week, right? But you're paying this person $200, $300, $400 a week. So don't expect that you're getting someone of like insanely high caliber who has years and years and years of experience. It's where your VAs are really, really good at following the bouncing ball, really set tasks that are done on repeat that they can just do very, very consistently. And once you've kind of got your VA, you've run through the hiring process. So what usually happens, you do a group interview, then some one-on-one interviews, and then your final one-on-one interview is how we do it. So how we start with onboarding, look, depending on role, but their first day is always the same, where they learn as much as they can about the company. They look over our Instagram pages, our Facebook pages, they look over our vivid vision for the next 3 years. They just really get to know the company that they're working for. And then we start with the onboarding. And this is where most people go wrong. Where most people go wrong, and I'm not sure whether it's because they're tight asses or because they don't understand how to onboard staff. So I'll say tight asses. So you're paying someone $200 a week and they want to get their full blood and flesh of 40 hours of work in week one. That's a rookie move. Imagine if someone did that to you, how bad you would be at the role. Okay. Imagine if I hired you to work in my business and I wanted you to do 40 hours of fully fledged work week one. I don't care how good you are, you would struggle at an insanely high level, right? So when we're building out our VA checklist, we build them out in 25% increments. Okay, so the first one is week one. So they've got their checklist, which will be 100% of their checklist is they're working without you, only maybe 1-2 meetings a week at a max, depending on their role. My EA does meet me each day because that's what's needed, but we won't go into that super specifically. But you're going to start off with 25% of their operation, their checklist. What are the most important things that you need to clear off? Let's just say it's messaging people on your social media channels to get bookings, right? That's all they focus on for the first 1 to 2 weeks. Help them get really good at that and get really efficient and go, hey, we're just going to start off with parts of your role, right? We're going to get you really good at that. We're going to get you practicing, get you doing lots of role plays. And then once you've mastered that, we're going to go down into the next part, then the next part, then the next part. And that means you're onboarding them for about 12 weeks, right? Nice and systematically. So they become masterful before they get like bombarded with 200 to 300 tasks. But also it actually gives you a bit of leverage because I highly doubt you've systemized every part of your business. I highly doubt that, right? If you have operations, SOPs, videos on absolutely everything they're doing, then maybe you can, release them out at 75% of their checklist over the first couple of weeks. But I'm going to presume you don't have that because you've been the one doing it. So why the hell would you make systems on stuff that you've been doing every day? Your system's up in here. So you need to start to download your knowledge quickly. So the way that we download our knowledge is by using Loom videos, by recording things on Zoom, by creating the SOPs day by day. And as you're teaching your virtual assistant or teaching your new staff member, you're making a training because you might have to do this again at some stage, or you're doing it to help them learn a little bit faster and a little bit quicker, right? And it's downloading your IP because when you become a boss of anyone, right, you are a leader, you are a mentor. So you want to download your knowledge to them as quickly as you can, because I'm sure you're very good at the tasks that you're doing because you've been doing repeatedly over a long period of time. So you can't expect your VA to be as good as you day one because you've done this stuff for probably 1, 2, 3, or 4 years. And then you want to consistently optimize their role, guys. So as you're looking through in their operations checklist, so they'll have a checklist, what they do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, right? Is you want to consistently optimize, right? Help them get more efficient, help them manage their diary better, continually upskill them. Like one of the things we do in our company is they do 2 to 3 hours of training every single week where they just become better virtual assistants in their roles. We'll buy them little courses on Udemy. Sometimes we'll buy them courses up to $10,000, $20,000 that they need to learn, right? They can be a part of your mentorship programs as well. You can share videos that you're watching. You can share with them inspiration. When you do their monthly goal setting, which is a good thing for all staff members to do, but especially virtual assistants, is you can help to guide them to their promised land, right? Help them to guide them to personal happiness, financial happiness, and like really, really good health and fitness within their life. So they obviously live a healthy, happy, and vibrant life. And guys, we implement their KPIs after a month. We let them sit pretty for the first month, just learn the role, really settle into the company. And then we give them their KPIs. We tell them what their KPIs are going to be, like on day one. So they know what to expect, but we're not just grinding them as of day one. We want them to settle into the role, have room to grow, have room to make mistakes, just like you made mistakes on every one of these tasks that you're giving them. And then that way, after a month, you can give them really set KPIs. For example, I want my Facebook leads under $30 a lead, and I need 20 a week of those. And I need 5 bookings, per week from my Instagram account, whatever it might be. We have to customize the KPIs based on the role and also your expectations, right? And what success really looks like, guys. So firstly, you've got a set role for your virtual assistant, right? You know what you want them to do. Then you've gone through the hiring phase where you've hired what you believe will be the perfect virtual assistant to your business. And I don't want you to stress out if you select the wrong one. I've selected wrong VAs all the time, probably 10, 15 of them. You just fire them after a month and get rid of them and get a new one, right? You can't be perfect at everything, but you want to make sure that you're working with professionals to make the best educated decision that you can. And then you start to onboard them sequentially, right? You're not overloading them. You're thinking long-term with your virtual assistant, right? What do you need to do over the next 28 days, the next 2 months, the next 3 months, and the next 4 months? And what does their dream work life look like? What times are they starting work? What roles are they doing? What are the tasks that they have to do at the start of the day? Because they are the most important to you. And when you build this, guys, you're going to have 1, maybe 2, maybe 3 virtual assistants if you need it. And they're going to be completing tasks in your business to help you grow, to help you earn more money, to help you have more time with your family, to free you up for the really high value tasks that you love doing and that you need to do to grow your business. All smart business owners that I know are leveraging virtual assistants in some capacity. All the guys doing 7 figures, 8 figures and above, they're all using virtual assistants in some capacity, right? Maybe for you, it's lead gen. If you need to get leads right now and you're doing organic marketing, having someone who messages people for 8 hours a day is probably a good move, right? They'll probably get more bookings than you once they're trained, right? Maybe the marketing side of things, maybe you're just like so tied up with the marketing, you've been doing it for a while, that having an assistant to help you with the ads and to help you with the emails, to help you with your posting is going to help you move your needle forward faster. Or maybe you need someone with admin or an executive assistant. Maybe you've got lots of different crazy stuff, right, within your life that you need someone to help you stay focused and communicate with the people around you so you become the most optimal leader that you can be. And when you get in a really amazing virtual assistant, life is good. They're such respectful, beautiful, amazing people, the guys over in the Philippines. I have so much love for them. They're pretty much like my family. I'm so sad over the last couple of years I haven't been able to go over and see them as much as I'd like, or at all, because of everything that's happened. But having an amazing virtual assistant team, guys, will change your life. Yes, you've got to be a great leader. Yes, you've got to deal through like a little bit of heartache at the time as you're learning how to manage offshore staff. It's not easy. Nothing in life is easy. And if it was meant to be easy, everyone would have it. Everyone would have a 7-figure business. But if you learn how to find VAs, how to create their role, how to onboard them really well, how to make them a part of your family, your business is like your secondary family. Make them a part of your family. Make it easy for them to win. Guide them. Make sure that they're improving. Really love and care for them as if you would your own family. A virtual assistant will change your life. You will grow your business faster than ever before. You've just got to be nice and patient when you're starting out with virtual assistants. And I'd highly recommend re-listening to this training a couple of times because there's a lot of things that I covered that you potentially might miss unless you listen to it 2, 3, 4, maybe even 5 times. Guys, thank you so much for listening. If you ever want to chat about getting a virtual assistant or anything like that, obviously I'm a big believer in it, but it's not for everyone. Our guys will tell you whether you're too far beyond being able to get a virtual assistant at the moment. The biggest thing is us identifying whether it's going to work for you, whether you're going to be a good leader for the VAs, because any VAs we place, I consider that my duty and my obligation to put them with someone who's going to love and care for them and help them grow into an amazing role. But if you ever want to chat about it, guys, just reach out to us anytime. We'd love to see whether a VA could help grow and scale your business. And if it can't, we'll tell you what needs to happen before you should get a virtual assistant.